What if I told you there's a map out there, drawn up back when humanity was just barely starting to explore the globe on wooden sailing ships, yet it somehow perfectly displays the exact coordinates and coastline of Antarctica? Would you even believe me? I mean, the icy continent of Antarctica was officially discovered in 1820, right? But the map we are looking at today was drawn in 1513. That's a full 300 years earlier. Welcome to Traces of the Past, in our series Forgotten World Mysteries. Today we're diving deep into the ultimate cartographic anomaly, the Piri Reis Map, an ancient document that mainstream science literally still cannot explain.
Just think about the sheer impossibility of this for a second. We're talking about a map from 1513 showing a landmass that nobody supposedly even knew existed until 1820. It's an absolute paradox. It's kind of like finding a modern smartphone buried in a medieval castle.
Let's just walk through this timeline really quick so you can grasp exactly how out of place this whole thing is. The source data for this map allegedly goes all the way back to around 300 BC, during the era of Alexander the Great. Then, the map itself gets drafted in 1513. Then, Antarctica is quote-unquote discovered in 1820. And finally, this impossible map is accidentally brought back to light in 1929.
Section 1. Discovery at Topkapi Palace.
So how did we even get our hands on this thing? Well, picture this. The year is 1929. We're in Istanbul, Turkey, during the restoration of the old Topkapi Palace. Right in the middle of all the dust and rubble, a theologian makes a total accidental discovery. He finds a piece of a map, drawn on gazelle skin, just rolled up and tossed aside. It was literally almost thrown away with the trash. But once they unrolled it and took a closer look, they realized this fragile little parchment was about to completely rewrite history.
The creator of the map was clearly marked. It was Piri Reis, a super famous admiral and master cartographer for the Ottoman Navy. And the date clearly stated as 1513. To put that into perspective, this was drawn just a few short decades after Christopher Columbus stumbled upon the Americas. So Piri Reis was documenting a world that, for the most part, was supposedly completely unknown.
Section 2. Mapping the unmapped.
Now, what makes this map a global sensation isn't just how old it is, it's the mind-boggling geographic accuracy. The map perfectly nails the coastlines of West Africa and South America. But look at the bottom. There's a continuous coastline drawn there, and modern experts have proven that it perfectly depicts Queen Maud Land, a specific region down in Antarctica. Okay, but in 1513 there wasn't a single ship on Earth that had sailed anywhere near far enough south to see that coast. So where on Earth did Piri Reis get this data? Well, the answer is actually written right on the map itself. In his own personal notes, Piri Reis makes an incredible confession. He openly admits, "I did not sail there myself." Instead, he says he compiled and copied everything from over 20 ancient source maps. And here's the real kicker. He noted that some of those source maps dated all the way back to the era of Alexander the Great. We're talking 300 BC. That means this highly accurate, hyper-detailed data of the Antarctic coast was actually recorded by someone over 2,000 years ago.
Section 3. The Ice-Free Mystery.
As if mapping a hidden, frozen continent wasn't enough of a mystery, it's how it was mapped that really melts your brain. Mainstream science tells us that Antarctica has been buried under kilometers of thick, impenetrable ice for literally millions of years. Yet the Piri Reis map shows the Antarctic coastline is completely ice-free. We're talking visible rivers, distinct mountain ranges, and lush grasslands. Now, geologists do point out that there was a very brief window way back around 4000 BC where that specific coastline might have actually been ice-free, which means this map astonishingly matches a climate from 6,000 years ago.
Section 4. Rethinking Human History.
So when you're faced with data that just fundamentally breaks our established timeline, how do you even fill that logical gap? Because mainstream answers totally fall short here. Some researchers have proposed some pretty extreme theories. We're talking ideas about highly advanced ancient civilizations, like Atlantis, that might have possessed sophisticated technology. Other researchers have literally proposed prehistoric aerial mapping, basically arguing that you'd need a view from the sky to get these coastlines so perfect. And yeah, some have even suggested extraterrestrial assistance, passing celestial maps down through the millennia.
Now, regardless of which theory you lean toward, the core takeaway here is absolutely profound. The Piri Reis map is this massive, undeniable piece of evidence, suggesting that the neat, linear history we all learn in school might not be the whole truth. There are gaping holes in our understanding of antiquity, and traces of lost, highly advanced knowledge that have just slipped away into the sands of time.
Which brings me to my final thought, and I really want to toss this directly to Kun Posh and to all of you watching right now.
How do you think this ancient map was created? I mean, how on earth did ancient peoples map the icy continent with such flawless precision without satellites or modern tech? Jump into the comments and let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed today's explainer, make sure to hit that subscribe button for traces of the past. Keep questioning the past, everyone.